sa inyong lahat. Nandito na naman po ako at sa hapong ito ay pagpapatuloy ko po ang aking aralin na naitanghal dito sa aking YouTube channel nung nakaraan na pinamagatang Exponential Notation. This is in accordance with the request of my former student when I was still in Cainta, having my profession as a teacher together with his mother. And shout out po kay Kent Andre Dumanhog at saka sa kanyang nanay na si Mylene Dumanhog at sa buo niyang pamilya. Magandang hapon po. So sa hapon ito ay pagpapatuloy ko po ang akin nasimulang aralin tungkol po sa exponential notation. So para po sa kaalaman ng lahat, pag sinasabi po natin exponential notation, ito po ay isang paraan upang paikliin ang tinatawag nating mathematical equation para hindi nakakalito, lalong-lalo na po sa mga bata, at mapadali ang proseso sa paghahanap ng kasagutan sa mga suliraning inilalahad sa bawat equation. So, as a review of what we have discussed last time, pag sinasabi po nating exponential notation, meron po tayong dalawang salita o mga terms na mai-encounter natin. Una, ito po yung tinatawag nating base, and ikalawa ay yung tinatawag nating exponent. What do we mean by base? So, when you say base, this is the number that would be multiplied as given a power which is called the exponent. So the exponent, this is the power that would give the number. How are we going to multiply it, or how many times are we going to multiply the number by itself? So yan po ito yung tinatawag nating exponent. So let's say for example, we have here an example. So we have here 5 to the power of 3, or 5 to the, or we call it as 5 cubes, okay? Or some other read it as 5 to the power of 3. So the 5 is our base, while 3 is the exponent. So the 3 will be the one that would determine how many times we are going to multiply the base, which is the 5. So we have to multiply 5 by itself 3 times. So another one we have here 10 to the power of 2, or 10 squared. So meaning we are going to multiply the base, which is 10, with the power of 2, meaning we're going to multiply the 10 twice. So if we are going to multiply 10 by itself, so that would be 100. So the same with 5 cubes, if we are going to multiply it 3 times by itself, so this would become 125. So that's it. So the big number, which is written 5, that is the base, while the exponent, which is written in red, that is what we call the exponent. So usually yun pong ating base, sinusulat po yan sa malaki, while the exponent is that is written above the number, which is in a small number. So that's it. So ulitin lang pa natin, pag sinasabi natin exponential notation, ito yung paraan ng pagpapaikli ng isang mathematical equation or mathematical sentence to make it more easy for the student, especially for the graders, to solve the mathematical equation more easier. So yun po yung ating tinalakay nung nakaraan. So as a sort of review, let's say for example, we have meron tayo ditong 2 to the power of 2. So to get the value of this, we are going to expand it. So by writing it this way, 2 times 2. So we were able to get the value, which is 4. Another one, let's say for example 6 to the power of 2. So you are just going to multiply it by itself. 6 times 6, that is 36. So, as easy as that. So, before I go further with my evaluation, I will give you enough time to solve the equation. I have here 7 exercises later. Then, provided with this given example that I will be presenting to you. So, the first example, let's say 10 times 10 to the power of 2. So, what are we going to do with this? So, first, so this is already a whole number. So, there is already an answer for that. So, ito na lang po ang wala. So, kukunin po natin ang value nito, which is 100. Then, i-multiply natin yan by 10, so that would become 1,000. So, that is the value of our 10 times 10 squared, or 10 times to 10 times to the product of 10 squared. So we have the answer 1,000. So another one, let's say for example 10 times 10 squared plus, or let's say to the power of 3 plus 10 times 10 to the power of 2. So to get the product, or to get the value of this, so simply you are going to multiply this one, which is, if you are going to multiply it, that would become 1,000. So 1,000 times 10, so that would become 10,000. So the value of this number is 10,000. Now what about this one? 10 times 10 squared, so that would become 1,000. So 10,000 plus 1,000, that is 10,000 or what is it? Yes, 10,000 plus 1,000, so that would become 11,000. So that is what we are looking for. Okay, I think that is very clear to everybody. So sa lahat po ng nakapanood o makapanood nitong aking YouTube channel, bibigyan ko po kayo ng 5 minutes to find the value of the given equation that I have been prepared for you. And later, after 5 minutes, we are going to check it. And we are going to take a look whether you understand my discussion over my uploaded videos here. So, this is the direction. Give the value of the following. So, the first equation or the first problem that we have is, what is the value of 9 squared? Second is, what is the value of 7 to the power of 2, or 7 squared? Number 3, we have 3 cubes, or 3 to the power of 3. Then number 4, we have here 100 times 10 squared, or 100 times to the power, again, 100 times 10 to the power of 2. So what is the product? Another one, we have here 200 times, or 20 times to the power of 10 squared, or repeat, 20 times 10 squared. So what is the product? Then the next one we have here 6 times 10 to the power of 6 plus 4 times 10 cubes plus 2 times 10 squared. What is the product? Next, what is the product of 10 times 10 to the power of 9 plus 8 times 10 to the power of 6, then plus 7 times 10 to the power of 3, or 10 cubes, plus 4 times 10 to the power of 2, or 10 squared. So I will give you enough time to find the product or the value of the following equations, so that we will determine whether you understand or not the discussion of the exponential notation that I had been uploaded here over my YouTube channel. So your time is begin now. So ilapit lang po natin para maliwanag po, makita po natin maigi ang mga equation. Okay, so para sa ngayon lang po nakapagbukas ng kanilang mga gadgets with my YouTube channel, nandito po yung aking evaluation to try or to evaluate whether you understand the discussion that I had been uploaded several days ago. So the instruction says give the value of the following equation. So the number one, we have 9 to the power of 2 or 9 squared. Number 2 is 7 squared or 7 to the power of 2. Number 3, we have 3 cubes or 3 to the power of 3. Then number 4, we have 100 times 10 squared or 10 to the power of 2. Then number 5, we have 10 times 10 to the power of 2 or 10 squared. Then number 6, we have 6 times 10 to the power of 6. Then 6 times 10 to the power of 6 plus 4 times 10 to the power of 3 or 10 cubes plus 10 times 10 to the power of 2 or 10 squared. And the last number that we have for this afternoon, we have 10 times 10 to the power of 9 plus 8 times 10 to the power of 6, then 7 times 10 to the power of 3 or 10 cubes, and plus 4 times 10 to the power of 2. So your time start now. Babalikan ko po kayo after 5 minutes. Okay, time's up. So, never mind kung hindi niyo po nasagutan ng lahat. So, this time, this is my turn to check or show you the correct answer. So, tignan nyo na lang man po at i-check nyo na lang din po kung tama ang inyong mga sagot. Now, number 1, the value of this is, we have to write this, the expanded notation of this, which is 9 times 9. So, what is the product? So, that is 81. So, this is the number that we are looking for. Number 2. Okay, tama po bang sagot nila? Disregard po kung mali. At least alam nyo na kung paano ang proseso na ginawa natin. So to get the product or the value of 9 squared, you are going to expand it. 9 times 9, that is 81. So how do we do it? Our base is 9, while the power that is given to this equation is 2. That is our exponent. So meaning, we are going to multiply 9 by itself. So we have here 9 times 9, which is the product is 81. So let's proceed with number 2. 7 to the power of 2 or 7 squared. So what is the product or what is the value of 7 squared? So expand it. So 7 times 7, so that is, what is the product or what is the value? 7 times 7, that is 49. So this is the product or the value of 7 to the power of 2 or 7 squared. Next is, we have 3 cubes. So we are going to expand it. Para po sa mga ngayon lang po nakapagbukas, ganito po ang ating paraan. So, ito po yung expanded notation. Ito po yung pinaka-common o pinaka-traditional na paraan ng pagsusolve natin. Sa kung inyo pong nakita, medyo mahaba-haba po bago tayo mag-arrive into correct answer. But if we want to make it shorter, so gagamit po tayo ng tinatawag nating exponential notation or scientific notation. So, pag sinasabi natin scientific notation, ganito po. 9 squared, 7 squared, or 3 cubes. So, yun po ay ilan lamang sa halimbawa ng tinatawag nating mathematical equation which is expressed into exponential notation or scientific notation. Now, let's proceed with number 4. So, we have here 100 times 10 squared. So, we are going to expand it. 100 times, what is 10 squared? So that is, the product of this is 100. So you are going to multiply it. So you will arrive into, so you just have to count the multiplication of zeros. All you have to do, no need to tabulate it, or you're going to write it down. All you have to do is you're just going to count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 zeros. Then multiply the remaining number. 1 times 1, that is 1. So the answer here is 10,000. So that is the answer that we are looking for. Number 5. So I have here 20 times 10 squared. So expand it. 20. Then what is the product of 10 squared? So that is 100. Multiply it. So you will be, so again, count the number of zeros. We have 3 zeros. Then multiply the remaining number. 1 times 2, that is 2. So, the product of 10 times 10 squared is 2,000. Tama po ba sagot nila? Never mind kung mali, at importante ay naintindihan ninyo kung paano natin kinuha ang value ng ating exponential expression na inyong nakikita dito sa pisara. Next, number 6. We have here, what is the product of 6 times 10 6 squared? So, if we are going to gaya ng aking nabanggit nung nakaraan, by the way, so kapag gumagamit tayo ng base which is 10, all you have to do, yung exponent natin, yan ang magre-represent ng number of zeros. So how many zeros do we have here? So we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then multiply the remaining number, that is or copy the remaining number, that is 1. So that is 1 million. Then multiply it by 6, so we will be arriving into the number that we are looking to find out the product or the value of 6 times 10 to the power of 6, which is 1 million. Or I mean the value of 6 10 to the power of 6, the value of that is 1 million. Then we are going to multiply it with 6, so we will be having here 6 million. Sorry. again. So the equation that we have here is 6 times 10 to the power of 6. So if we are going to find out the value of 10 to the power of 6, that is million. 1 million. Then we are going to multiply it million by 6, so that would become 6 million. Next, 4 times 10 cubes. So what is the value of 10 to the power of 3, or 10 cubes? That is 1,000. So 1,000 times 4, so that would be 4,000. Plus 2 times 10 to the power of 2. What is the value of 10 to the power of 2, or 10 squared? That is 100. Then you are going to multiply it by 2, so that would become 200. So the value of 6 times 10 to the power of 6 plus 4 times 10 cubes plus 2 times 10 squared is that 6,04,200. Okay? So the last number that we have here, para po sa medyo nalilito, subaybayan nyo lang po ako. Okay, the first value, what is the value of this? 10 times 9, so that is billion. So that is already billion. Billion, what is that? 9 zeros. Okay, so that is billion. Times 20. So how many zeros do we have now? So that is 10. So we will be arriving into 20 billion. So the value of 20 times 10 to the power of 9, so that is 20 billion. So we have 10 zeros now. So that is 20 billion. Then what is the value of 8 times 10 to the power of 6, which is again the value of 6 to the power of 6, that is million. Then multiply it by 8, so we will arrive into the value of 8 times 10 to the power of 6, which is 8 million. So, 6 na 0. So, that is 8 million. Another one, we have what is the value of 7 times 10 to the power of 3, or 10 cubes. So, the value of that is, what is it? That is 7,000. And then, the last number that we have, 4 times 10 squared. So, what is the value of this? That is 100. Times 4, that is 400. So, if you're going to find out the answer or the value of 7 times 10 or 20 times 10 to the power of 9 plus 8 times 10 to the power of 6 plus 7 times 10 cubes plus 4 times 10 squared, the answer that we are looking for, we have here 20 billion 8,007,400. So the answer that we are looking for is that 20 billion. Then we have 80 million. Oh, 8, yes. 8 million. 8 million. Then 7,000. 7,400. So this is the number that we are looking for our number 7. We have 20 billion, 8 million, 7,400. So, maraming salamat po at harinawa ay naintindihan ninyo ang aking tinalakay sa pagkakataong ito. At kung kayo ay may karagdagang mga katanungan na gustong maliwanagan, huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-comments po sa aking YouTube channel o kaya i-text niyo po ako sa aking cellphone number 0968706153 or 0920-718-1430 nang sa gayon ay maibigay ko sa inyo ang mga karagdagang mga paliwanag upang lalo ninyong maintindihan ang tinalakay natin sa pagkakataong ito. At kung kayo ay may mga request na gusto niyong aking i-upload dito sa aking YouTube channel, ay mangyari lamang pong magbigay po kayo ng request sa akin sa pamagitan ng aking nabanggit na mga phone numbers nang sa gayon ay aking mabigyan ng pansin ang inyong mga kahilingan. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po at harinawa ay marami kayong napulot na karunungan sa hapong ito at manatili po tayong stay at home, malayo sa iba't ibang karamdaman, lalong-lalo na po sa COVID-19 sa kasalukuyan. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat and more power.